Welcome back to Tales of Fire and Stone. Last time, we met the Crow tribe, and two branches of that tribe, Slow to Speak and his daughter Oops. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And Slow to Speak's sister Littlefire and her mate Snowshines.
Hey there.
Her children Stands Tall,
Hello.
Looks Up,
Hi.
and Ember. Hi. I'm not one of the player characters, but I'm just gonna say hi anyway. Hi, I'm here. I exist. The Crow tribe is facing hard times. The rains have not come, and it has been a long, dry summer that is far from over. And yet, our adventurers managed to find themselves at least enough food to get through the day. Oops and Slow to Speak also made an extra discovery, something they weren't even looking for, but they found a nice spring in the foothills of the mountain. Snowshines Stands Tall and Looks Up tracked some vultures to what was left of their kill. Looks Up, how are you feeling?
Well, I have a bit of a hole in my cheek. Probably gonna go and stop by Greetston in a sec.
And while one vulture got away, they killed two of them and are now bringing them back to the tribe. You see a cooking fire already going. You see your tribe mates. Littlefire sitting at the big fire with Ember. You see Greet's Dawn sitting off on the other side of the fire near Talon and her children Goodroot and Tiptoe and her mate Tree Trunk. Tree Trunk is looking grumpy, which isn't unusual, but he is in a particularly grumbly mood today. And you do not see him holding or messing with any kind of prey. It looks like he may have returned empty-handed.
I'm not even gonna look at Trunk because I know that he doesn't generally take a lot of the things that we do seriously. So just straight to Greetston. Hey, we did a bit of a hunt, and I show her the hole in my cheek. I was like, yeah, a vulture got me, but my dad and brother got a couple of them, so that's good.
Looks Up, what have you done with yourself?
I didn't read the signs right, I guess. A vulture got my face.
Oh, Looks Up, perhaps you've spent a little too much time studying the stars.
I don't think that's possible. Can you help with the cheek?
Of course. Let me take a look.
Thank you.
Does this hurt? Yeah, okay, all right, well.
That one hurts.
All right, hold on just a moment. I've got some things over here. She's kind of like flinging stuff like this. There's like a bone here, a stick there, and then she pulls out some small leather pouches. She brings them over. She spends a little while preparing a poultice for your cheek. Meanwhile, what are you doing during all of this, Snowshines and Stands Tall?
And so for the return trip here, I've passed off all the carrying to my strong boy, Stands Tall.
Yeah.
I'll lead my way into the camp and go scoop up Ember.
Oh, Daddy, what did you find?
We've come bearing gifts. We've got two vultures here. We've brought dinner for as many people as we can feed. Come here, Stands Tall. Help me break these birds. Down.
Wow, I thought we had to pluck the feathers and cook the bird, but breaking it sounds fun too, I guess. Well, looks like you already broke that one pretty well.
That's part of the process. You must start by breaking them, then you pluck them.
Stands Tall, can I help you pluck the feathers?
Absolutely. Would love the help. We had quite a time bringing them here, so.
What? Oh, Looks Up. Looks
Yes.
Up got hurt, huh?
She did. She'll be all right.
Across the camp.
Ow!
But yeah, Stands Tall, plops the birds down.
We'll save some for her, right?
Of course.
Talon, wanders over and takes a look at your vultures and says, "Yeah, Tree Trunk didn't find much today. I mean, we didn't. I was out there for part of it with him, but Tiptoe is not quite up to. Not a good time to have a little one. Oh, I hope Thule's baby makes it through this summer. Good root. Come over here and help them pluck these vultures." "Okay, I'm coming." Ooh, those look. Oh man, I'm so hungry. All right, give me. He starts ripping out feathers just like really haphazardly, and just like there's just a huge mess all around. Ember, meanwhile, is sitting there just like delicately like plucking out like one feather at a time. It'll take a long time to pluck this bird, but she's really focusing, It's good to see.
Have you thought of grabbing 2 feathers? Kind of guide their hands to a slightly bigger handful.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to mess them up. I wanted to make myself a cool like feather neck thing. I think it's going to look really pretty.
Start rounding up the best looking feathers to be helpful here.
Okay, so you start preparing all of this. Tree Trunk, meanwhile, is kind of like doesn't look at any of you. He's just kind of sitting there just he's kind of like poking at the fire in that way where he's not actually trying to like do anything with the fire. He just wants to poke it because he doesn't know what else to do when he wants to poke somebody. And so Talon chats for a little while and then wanders back over to sit by Tree Trunk.
I would like to see how the healing has gone, if this is time for that. I would like.
Yes. Okay. Right. So yeah, it didn't take her that long. They're still plucking.
I'm back up. I'm imagining it's kind of like, as much as I'm back at my full stamina points, it's still an herbal poultice rubbed on it, so I'm sure it still stings like hell. But
Do you come back to the fire?
Yeah.
I think maybe Stands Tall is like, you'll have to be careful while you eat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's not news.
You did a good job today.
You don't have to say that. I know I didn't.
You did help. You did well. If it weren't for you getting pecked, it could have been me, and that would have been horrible.
Thanks, Dad.
Give you a little pat and smile.
You always know just what to say.
Greetston is you catch Greetston and she's just kind of looking like this at Snowshines, just like cocked head, just quizzical, like, yeah, well, that's my son-in-law, I guess, if that was a thing in our world.
I just turn and shrug at her.
Yeah. That healing is not happening like immediately, but yes, you're feeling a bit better. It's just not like actively bleeding, and yeah, you can kind of eat the food on one side and
Just tilt it over towards my right shoulder perpetually.
And then up the valley, you hear, oops.
So I think we did really, really good today. I mean, I think everyone's going to be a little miffed that maybe we didn't bring anything back, but I think that's going to be okay. Like, everybody's going to understand.
I should make the entire tribe roll perception and see if they hear it.
With advantage, right?
Some of, yes. I get the feeling looks up probably is pretty loud when she's not trying to be quiet. Tree Trunk does look up now. It's like one of the first times he's like really properly looked up, and he looks at Oops and just glares daggers at you.
My child, I will explain to the elders what we have found.
I'm gonna go find Looks Up, and Oops is gonna turn and like run towards where I think she sees where Looks Up is, and as she passes Tree Trunk, she's just gonna say, "Hey, Tree Trunk," and just keep moving. Just keep on going.
And slow to speak is going to saunter slowly back into camp. He looks over at Tree Trunk.
He glares at you as well.
He glares.
Yeah.
I don't glare back at him. I simply look him in the eye. And then I walk on to speak to...
Wanting to talk to the elders, that would be Watching Owl, Waking Bear, Greets Dawn.
I will talk to Watching Owl.
Watching Owl and Waking Bear have been sitting nearby. Waking Bear, as you know, has been in ill health for some time, and the hardships of this summer have not been good to him. The elders, at least, would probably know that there are signs that he is likely dying. So Watching Owl is kind of staying by his side. He's by the fire, sort of propped up against Watching Owl, looking at the flames, kind of just quiet.
I bow and touch the ground in front of them. I bring...
Who's that? Slow to speak. He's back from the hunt with Oops. Oh. Hello, Slow to speak.
Hello, Waking Bear. I bring news of water, fresh, clean water, flowing from the ground. Less than a day's walk from here. There is green. There are bushes, there are trees. They have leaves that are not curled up. There is life there. We have brought back berries, roots, other plant life. There was one rabbit. And Oops, and I...
Watching
hunted.
Owl just puts a hand on your arm and stops you, and she just kind of nods at you, and she said, I trust you and Oops are feeling a bit better?
We are. We live
Good.
another day,
Good.
and we live to bring this news.
Where
There
is
will
water.
be other animals, because animals need the water, just as we do.
Water is life.
Water is life.
Greets Dawn. She comes over to you, and she and Watching Owl and Waking Bear, and Slow to Speak, chat for a little while, just sharing the news of what all has happened. After a little while, Thule, you see, has just been a little ways away, kind of playing with the little ones, but comes back to share in the vultures. And when Fox for Bloody Fang and Owa return, you see that they are carrying a couple of small birds, definitely not as big as your vultures, but a bit of food for them at least. So everything is shared out. Everyone maybe not satisfies their hunger, but at least satiates the desperate starvation that you've been living on the edge of for moons now. But you all settle in to sleep. The next morning. Oh wait, sorry, let me start that again. The next morning. All is quiet in the camp, but you awake to the sound of a raven. Who's going to wake up first? Who would be most likely to wake up first?
It sounds like an omen, and I feel like Greet
Oh, you know this.
wakes up early as heck all the time. It's in her name. She
Yep.
always does the dawn thing, and quite often forces me to if I'm not able to find some excuse. And I couldn't find one today.
Okay, all
Just
right.
out doing the normal greeting of the dawn, making sure the sun comes up. We just have to encourage it.
Okay. But you too are, as you are a little ways away, greeting the dawn, facing the sunrise. You know the sound of the ravens, and you know what it often means. And you turn around to see Raven Mum spinning her hand drill. Two ravens sit on the ground near here, and they look up. A spindle and a storyboard, twirl darling, smoking, bringing in fire on this cold, dry morn. A singing and a flowing, hearts are glowing. See a baby coal be born. And as she sings, the line of smoke grows heavier from her spindle, and a little glowing coal appears in the storyboard between her feet. She looks up. Doesn't really smile. Doesn't frown either. It's not a glare, just an acknowledgement. Sitting near her, having probably been the first one she woke up, probably the only one that she woke up, you see Cuckoo is sitting with Raven Mum. So Cuckoo, we're going to get meta for 1 second. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Maria. I'm playing the character Cuckoo, who was adopted by the tribe about 6 or 8 summers ago. And I was found
Near the edge of the desert?
near the edge of the desert, that's right.
Cuckoo, what is your class?
I am from the Quickfoot.
Okay, so a quick foot, fleet of foot. What is your official background within this Born from Ice system?
The scout, tracker, and the wilderness expert.
Right, okay, so your feat is wilderness expert, which I suppose makes sense because she survived on her own at, some 10 summers old at the edge of the desert.
And I was adopted into the tribe. Not to any particular person, family, but maybe somewhat closer to the Raven Mom. Got closer over the summers.
And yeah, you see her watching Raven Mum, watching her work the hand drill. Cuckoo,
Yes,
finish up this ember. I need to go talk to Watching Owl.
easy, done.
You kind of, blow on it, put some nice straw and
Yeah.
bark around it, yeah. She walks over Raven Mum. She seems to walk as if she's floating, like she hardly makes a sound as she moves among the other campers. And you see her bend down with Watching Owl and Waking Bear. And, Watching Owl, she lets Waking Bear sleep. Tree Trunk, with a grumble, pulls himself up out of the bed, walks over towards the fire, pulls out some flint and starts napping away at it, whacking it with a bit of antler. Can't sleep with an empty stomach. Little Fire, however, she sees Raven Mum, and she kind of starts to sit up and then lays back down again and pulls the fur up. Snowshine stands tall. You getting up?
Do the same thing as Little Fire here, and just kind of lie back and listen for a moment, see what's...
Okay. But when Watching Owl is fully up and out of bed, the rest of the tribe all seem to know that the elders have gathered and it's time for them. And so everyone pulls themselves up out of their beds. There's still a bit of a dawn chill in the air. People are wrapping their furs around their shoulders as they come to the fire. Unfortunately, there is no food left from last night, so it is a hungry time by the fire. Watching Owl, initially there's just a little bit of chatter as everyone kind of talks about where they're gonna go and hunt today, but Watching Owl just clears her throat and everyone, even Tree Trunk, goes silent. Having discussed it with Greets Dawn and Raven Mum, we think that it is time to move ourselves, pack up our bedrolls, what we can carry. Slow to speak. Oops. You found something yesterday.
The water, it just flowed from the ground.
A spring. Yes, the water. It's the spirit of the earth giving us water.
It's actually really lushful, and there's a lot of water and animal. At least one. There's a lot of.
Child.
Found an animal, did you? Tree Trunk now sits up. thought all you found was those mushrooms and little bits of roots and such.
Tree trunk. We found one rabbit. And yes, we ate that one rabbit so that we could survive. You, had you found that rabbit, would have done the same.
But it's okay because where there is one, there has to be two or another other one. So
My child, you speak quickly. I speak slowly. But perhaps the elders whom I have spoken to can say it fast and better.
Oh, God, let's hope so. Oh, spirits, let's hope so.
Do a quick.
Tree trunk? Silence yourself. What did you bring yesterday? Well, we found some good grubs.
Which you shared?
and that went really well with the vultures.
Well, we didn't bring I wasn't out looking for dead things. I was looking for proper food. We ate the scavengers. Guess that's all we are now, scavengers. This is what this tribe has come to.
The vultures weren't dead when we found them.
Tree Trunk looks like he's looking really hard for like a comeback. Like he wants to insult somebody, but he's not having it. He's hungry.
And
He's tired.
Slow to Speak is just standing there grinning. Big shit-eating grin. It's like, yeah. Keep talking, dude.
Did you say that out loud?
No.
Because something might have just happened just now. Actually, you know what? Slow to Speak, roll a charisma check.
Let's go dice roll.
First dice roll of the night.
Okay. Me with the -1. All right, so it's 11, so 10.
Okay.
It's actually not that bad.
That's in the middle.
Raven Mum from across the fire to Tree Trunk goes, "You've eaten plenty?" "Well, I'm big. I'm bigger. Well, except maybe stands tall, but I'm bigger around. I need more food." "You go and find some food if you want to complain about the lack of food." And Tree Trunk goes, "Well, it's that certain people around here weren't cursing us. Maybe we'd have some food."
His murmuring of a curse makes me extremely angry. I put another notch in my staff because I've been keeping track of his insults of my child.
That's good dadding.
I feel like we're going to start discovering that Slow to Speak is not someone to fox bite with.
Do not cross.
He may not always say it, but he don't take stink from anyone.
You don't.
But watching Al sort of quiets everyone down again. It's time for us to gather our things. We go up the river valley. Oops and Slow to Speak will show us this place. If it is what they say it is, we'll be a little bit better off there than we have been. Looks up. There's more to be decided for this tribe, but today is not the day. Soon people just kind of start letting the fire go out, and they start rolling up their furs with their tools and whatever unworked flint and wood and bone they have.
Oops is gonna run up to, looks up and goes, did I stuff the flame and mess up what you were
What?
planning, wanting,
No, what?
doing?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't stuff the flame. You're good. You didn't do anything. It's good.
I have a surprise for you.
What?
And Oops reaches into her bag and like pulls out the rabbit meat that she saved from yesterday and the water that's still in her little gourd or whatever, and goes, I brought you this. only thing in my brain right now is, oh gosh, she's gonna think it's poisoned. I don't know why she would think that.
I'm not getting it from Cuckoo. It's okay.
But anyway, Oops is gonna take a part of it, like pull it off, and be like, for Ember.
Good idea.
And then, Oops is gonna like stuff that in her bag until she runs into Ember.
Okay. Yeah, Ember is off with Little Fire. Little Fire was
Little Fire loves me.
very quiet this morning. Where your tribe has been camped out for the last moon-ish, maybe a couple moons, is a spot where there's a little bit of like muddy kind of water. If you just dig down a little bit, they found a place where you can dig down and find some muddy water that comes up. And so they're down there kind of like gathering some up. And they let it sit for a while so most of the sediment settles out to the bottom. And they bring it on back up. And everyone has a nice, good drink of somewhat muddy water.
Mm-hmm. Mine's not muddy.
Little Fire sees that you've got something. She's very perceptive. I'm not going to roll for it. She just does. She's your mom. Moms just
Can't
know.
hide a single thing from her.
So, so she comes over and she says, "Got some of that rabbit, don't you?"
I don't.
Oops gave it to you?
Yeah.
It's good. I'm glad she's contributing something.
She contributes a lot. You don't give her enough credit.
I just worry about you, that's all.
But
You know how things go when she's around. She wasn't there when this happened.
no, wow, no. Mom, do you want some rabbit?
Just checking. No, you
Okay,
well,
are you sure?
you have some for Ember?
Actually, she took some for Ember. Oops made a point of bringing some for Ember.
Huh. Well, I'll just go and I'll just go and help
Mom,
make sure that.
Mom,
Yes?
I've done the readings. I've checked when Oops was born. I've tried to see.
That's right when it started.
I've tried to see if there was any sort of bad star or omen, if anybody had said anything about a star falling from the sky or one of them getting really bright. There's nothing.
Looks up, not everything is in the stars.
I mean, some things are in other omens, I guess.
Just pay attention to the world itself. Okay, you let this happen because you've not practiced. You're so in your head, you don't know how to use your hands.
Mother, who was it that let me be apprenticed to the tribe shaman? Who
I couldn't keep you away.
Oh, I'm sure you could
First
have.
it was Greedstone, then it was Oops. You just...
I what?
In amongst your omens, try and help out a little, okay? Here and now. All right, she walks away.
Stands Tall was sort of watching some of this at some point. I think maybe I don't not that he could hear, but I think he just saw maybe the body language.
The energy is clear.
Yeah, he saw the energy.
Looks up, is just sitting there kind of agape with this sense of like, a very relatable sense of like, oh my God, my mom doesn't take what I do seriously.
So teenagers were basically the same, even...
Yes. No, Mom, astrology's real.
Right, okay.
But yeah, I'm just sitting there trying to gather myself back up together, and I'm going to go back over towards Greedstone. You're welcome to intercept if you would like.
I think he's just watching. I think he's just checking, but he's gonna let the women folk do their thing.
Little Fire goes back over to where Ember... Are you approaching Ember now? Okay, yeah.
Probably,
So,
or like had approached Ember while this whole thing was happening.
Yeah, she's like out of the corner of her eye. That's why she just walks away when she does, because she's
Also,
just
my
like...
telling bones at her.
And
Yeah, so
don't you throw something at your mother. Little Fire walks over and kind of like sees you about to give the rabbit and sort of says like, oops. Hi, little Ember, just come right here. Oops, let's...
Dawning's Little Fire.
Good.
Do you have
good
the
dawnings
happiness
to you,
this
Oops.
morning?
The wind blows.
Blows
Yes.
it does.
You have something for Ember.
Yeah. Well,
Ember, you just stay right here, and she takes the rabbit from you and then hands it to Ember. Ember touches her forehead, bends down, touches the ground, puts a hand out towards you. But you can see that Little Fire is very actively kind of like keeping herself slightly between, so she can't actually come right up.
right. Well,
May your flint break clean. Oops. And then she sort of guides Ember away from you.
bye. And then she looks around, and the next person she sees is who she's gonna go up to next, and it just so happens to be Cuckoo. So she's gonna run up to runs up to Cuckoo and goes,
Well, hello,
"Dawnings, Cuckoo.
Dawnings.
Did the sun get up before you or after you?
After me,
So you saw stars this morning."
maybe.
It seems like everybody's talking about something this morning. I don't know what it is, so I thought I would just talk too, but about morning stuff.
Okay. You need a job.
Good.
You need things to do. You need something to do.
Me? I'll help.
You've been going around chatting too much this morning.
Yeah, if you're... Yeah, well, is there anything you need? I can call the flame, or I can sharpen your
You
knife.
see the flame is like just flickering there in the middle, like it's just starting to go out. Clearly no one is interested in the flame anymore.
Oh, I'll call the flame. Can I call the flame?
Yes. Raven Mom is kind of standing nearby and sees you sit down with your stick, and she sort of like leans in and like looks at Oops, and then looks at Cuckoo, and then looks back at Oops. It doesn't bother you the way she's always...
Very friendly.
Yeah, that's one way to put it, sure. But then she actually comes over. You just feel her take your hands and slightly shift the way that you're rubbing the stick.
Oh, that's a skill learned.
Raven Mom walks away and give her advantage.
Yeah, Oops is going to try to call the flame, and because I am proficient in fire, that's a 14.
I'm going to call that intelligence. I think intelligence would
Amazing,
make
so that's
sense.
a 15.
Yeah, you get a nice little ember going. You didn't even need help.
It was your help.
However,
that
your
called
ember is like not smoking nearly as much as the still burning out fire in front of you. Raven Mom is just still sort of sitting a little ways off, just kind of shaking her head.
I look at Cuckoo, and Cuckoo looks at me, and I sort of detect maybe a shrug, maybe a what am I supposed to do with this kid vibe. And I say, Oops,
Hi.
come, Oops, we need to move along.
Okay. And she darts off towards... Bye, Cuckoo. Bye, Raven Mom.
Watching Owl is helping Waking Bear prepare himself. He is not at this time capable of walking himself up to this new location. So who is
Definitely
offering their
Ugh, me.
Definitely stands tall.
to carry Waking Bear?
I'm sure Greekstone needs help carrying something.
And me.
I'll lend a hand, but I probably won't be the most helpful of the group.
Tree Trunk comes over and just actually like pushes Oops out of the way. Do you just get pushed, or are you gonna resist?
I'm going to resist.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna roll to push you.
Full tree trunk.
Oh. Okay. So that was, so you're rolling strength.
I rolled a 19, so that's going to be athletics, so plus 5.
24.
Plus 5. Do you have a +3 to strength?
I do.
Why is Oops so buff?
Because she's the survivor.
I would have thought you'd be
Heavy
more
things
like.
fall on you. Eventually, you have to lift him off.
But it's more like,
Yeah, I would have thought you'd be more like dexterous.
I know, she has
But-
more
but I
SP
am.
than me.
right, but I'm like that lean muscle that's just like super ripped. Not like bodybuilder ripped, but like,
Years of surprises and horrors jumping out of nowhere.
yeah. So like, soccer build,
Right. Okay.
you know.
Soccer bills.
Yeah, he pushes you and you just dig in your feet to the ground.
And I catch his eye. Maybe she is a curse for you.
Tree Trunk glares at you and he drops the edge of the blanket he was about to pick up, the fur that they were going to pick Waking Bear up on. And how are you reacting as he walks towards you?
I stand my ground. Yes, you could probably tear me apart. But then, who would show you the water?
Can we trust it? Water that you and the big oops of the Crow tribe.
Tree Trunk, help me with this. Stands Tall just wants to.
Looks back and forth between the two of you and then kind of gives you like a respectful like nod and grunts and picks up the corner of the blanket.
Cool.
Oops steps away, and she's like, snow shines and stands tall, and Tree Trunk has it, and she scurries away.
Good idea.
All right, so you make your way up the trail. The rest of the tribe starts up the valley and then realizes that you guys are delayed. Are you going to run ahead, or are you going to stay walking with the slower people who are carrying Waking Bear?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Funny story about that. So, Oops runs ahead, looks back over her shoulder, realizes that there's more people in the back, turns around and sprints back, but goes on the other side and goes over to Snow Shines and goes, it's this way, up here.
Oops, I was hoping to see you here. I wanted to give you my thanks for keeping my 2 children from walking with hunger for all of today.
She looks around. Me?
I'll point back.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, of course. I did not save you any, and I now am knowing that was a mistake. Next time.
Thank you, but I've walked with hunger more than once in my lifetime. It is for the younger ones who my concern goes to.
Little Fire comes up and puts her arm around Snow Shines in a way that it's kind of clear she's not being supernatural with it. Not so much affection as just kind of pulling you aside.
Let myself be pulled aside there.
Are you helping
oops.
carry Waking Bear though? I don't know how far you can.
Crap,
go.
did you just drop Waking Bear?
Yeah, if there's a bunch of us holding on, I don't know.
I mean, maybe you're walking for a while. You'd probably carrying him is
take
probably... Yeah, you take in turns.
Take turns,
okay.
yeah.
All right, do you make your way to the tree? And a couple of the younger folk, Goodroot and Ember, sort of like run up with, slight like, from their parents. But they run up to Oops and they're like, so this is it? This is how you found it? Kind of start climbing the tree and they're looking around like, well, where is it? And they're
You see it?
no.
If you see the tribe, it's not that way.
The tribe's all with you. I'm looking down at the tribe right now. Hold on, let me try looking a different direction. No, I still don't see anything.
Yep, that's the sky.
That way. And then Oops is gonna point.
Yeah, it was kind of like up into the foothills. Wait, I think I see it. It's a really nice color. It's not all like brown like everything around here.
Yeah. No, come down and we'll go look at it. What, that branch there? No, not that one. The other, that branch right there. Yep, good. You're doing well.
Talon climbs up the tree as well, and then she like looks around at the landscape and she says, I think the fires earlier in the season, the fires, I think they exposed it. I think it was hidden before, and that's why we never found it. And she climbs down and starts heading up the valley with everyone else. I hope you're right, Oops. Be careful, please. So you all make it up there relatively uneventfully. I'm going to say the first ones to get there probably would be some of the kids, because they're like super excited, so they're running ahead. And Ember, Goodroot, Tiptoe, they all come running back, and they're really excited. They're like, it's true, it's green, and there's water just coming right out of the ground. It's so cool, and it's really clean, and it's cold. It's really nice. And you see they're kind of dripping a bit of leather around their shoulders, protecting them from the sun, is like kind of dripping with water. And so the rest of you make your way up there, and there is a general feeling of celebration amongst the tribe. They everyone is like just goes in and just drinks some of this water. It's not so much a pool or even a pond as just like a little bit where it's coming up out of the ground and it's sort of gathered, but where it's immediately like coming out, you can kind of just get your hands in like under there, and it's just perfectly clean, just right out of the ground. The earth spirits have blessed you. Even Tree Trunk begrudgingly gives you both like a nod of like, okay, yes, this is a really nice thing that you found, I guess. And people have kind of like, now we're scouting around for like a nice place to set up camp nearby. It sort of flows, there's like the tiniest little bit of a creek dug by this water into the ground, but it just disappears very quickly. It is absorbed by the ground, and then there's a bit of mud beyond that. But in the area immediately around it, all lush and green, and people are starting to like look around for animal signs, and they are finding indeed things having been chewed. I mean, definitely some food that you all could have been eating that has been eaten by something, but that means there's something around to have eaten it, and it's fairly fresh. And so now there's excitement at the prospect of finding food and hunting.
Looks up feels like this. The word is almost like uncanny, though of course she wouldn't know that one. Everything that she has been reading has indicated we need to go. And this is basically like, oh no, our house is burning down. Hey, the neighbor's place is empty. Let's just scoot over. Just gonna do a quick reading thing with these bones.
Your audience, he, Jonathan, she looks up, is literally rolling bones on the table.
I'm using them as a divinatory tool. Just going off of this sense of unease, even especially amplified by everyone feeling so great, and this reading being like there's a group, and then there's like you and one other person. It's like, okay, so this is going to be terrible to convince people of, but I think I'm onto something. This is the sort of hunch that makes up most of Looks Up's career. Like, just vibing things and going, wait, is that a thing? So, could I do a nature check about it, like to investigate the spring area?
I don't know where you're going with this, so yeah, totally.
So that is a 15 plus 7, 22. Nature check.
All right, what are you investigating first?
The spring. Like, I see that it's all verdant and whatnot. That's great, all these plants around it. That's wonderful.
You see no indication of anything wrong with the water itself.
Anything with the plants in this area?
Actually, yeah, you find a couple of... something wrong? No.
Yeah.
So should I not tell you about the good things that you
Oh, no,
found,
sure,
or you
you
only
can
want to hear about that?
I'm looking for bad things, but if
I
there's
was
good stuff, I'll
gonna
take it.
say that as soon as you spoke up about it, Cuckoo had the same thoughts in her head and spotted a lot of poisonous plants around. And also, am I the only one who's noticing the signs of animals we've never seen before?
You're creating some new improv for me. Crap, what are these animals that you've never seen before that are showing up here? You are seeing things, though, in that you don't recognize. As you say so, and other people are kind of overhearing this and stuff, and they start looking around, stands tall and snow shines. Maybe you overhear this and you start looking at some of these tracks a little more closely. Roll survival or investigation, I guess.
Great. That's a 19 on the dice. A 20 for survival.
19 on the dice too.
Let's go.
All right, so
survival.
they recognize some prints of some ibex. Snowshines recognize because ibex is the tribe that he came from. But you also notice some tracks that look like they might be hyena tracks. A big cat for sure. It's not been super recent from what you can tell. But there's some other tracks, some bear tracks that to Cuckoo, she's just seeing these large, kind of slightly dog-like, can only imagine kind of what's in Cuckoo's head. She's never seen a bear before, but she sees something that looks like huge, fat
Tracks
wolf
with
prints
claws.
or something with claws. The kind of monster welling up in your mind. Huge fangs, probably much scarier than an actual bear.
Might even breathe fire for all we know.
Yeah.
It's a watering hole. Everything comes to watering holes. And if this is the only one for a wide area,
Not that safe to be
Right.
here long term. Maybe it's something to bring to the elders.
the bones tell me it's going to suck to explain it to them, just letting you know.
Well, maybe I should use my connection, my more close connection to Raven Mom to influence her a little bit more.
Thank you, Cuckoo. This is
Yeah.
important stuff.
All right, if the two of you go and talk to Raven Mom and explain this to her,
Yeah.
she's going to just kind of nod and she's going to be like, of course. This is what a watering hole is. Things come to drink here. There will be prey, and there will probably be predators. I will stay close to the tribe tonight.
Thank you.
My ravens will let me know.
I'm going to go off and talk to Greets Dawn. She knows more about omens and stuff. You want to come with me?
Sure.
Okay. And
Sure.
going over to Dawn, and I just can't shake the feeling that something is wrong here.
You always say those things. Come here, come here, come here, looks up, come here. And she pulls you and she grabs you and she's like, we need to come. Let me take a look at that cheek. And then she proceeds to like pull you over to the spring and take off the poultice and sort of examine it, poke it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then she cleans it with the fresh, clean water. There are always periods of drought, looks up. The rains will come. We take care of ourselves today. Let the spirits worry about tomorrow.
The whole thing that we do is worry about tomorrow. We look at the sky to figure out what tomorrow's going to be about. We check the movements of the animals and the birds when they're around. How can you say that?
Looks up. There are things to be learned in the sky. But if you're always looking up, you trip. You fall down on your face.
That's why we walk as a tribe.
Tree Trunk is near enough by that he overhears this and that's her always looking up.
Hey, there's this cool thing called not
Never
talking.
paying attention to what's happening in front of you.
You know, it's really cool, but you can also not say things. Isn't that a neat thing you can do? We could even give you a new name. Shuts up over there. I walk away.
Someone
Tree
is
trunk.
quick to flame.
Tree Trunk looks really angry for about half a second and then bursts into laughter. And, Greets Dawn. I don't know how you put up with her.
I'm gonna, go off to the side with Cuckoo, just kind of chuckling at the nickname and then realizing what a bad idea that was because adrenaline is a cruel mistress.
Slow to Speak needs to have a chat with his daughter. My daughter. We are in this place, it being so close to where we were and us not knowing about it. It feels like a gift, but a gift not to be trusted.
Okay, so this was a bad thing.
No, it wasn't a bad thing. It may not be a completely good thing. And I sense your friend looks up, may have similar feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go talk to Looks Up. Yeah.
Everyone settles in. People go out to hunt, and we didn't role play any of the hunting. So I'm just going to let you make everyone here, and I'll roll for some of the NPCs. Roll for just overall survival for this one.
Everyone?
Yeah. To see what you find. You're going to go out looking for food, because that is, you got water, you still need food.
So 14 plus
Yeah,
19.
19. Okay, so we got a 19.
26.
Jeez, okay.
I got a 12.
10.
11.
6.
Okay. Oops. Oops brings back some plants that she's like pretty sure are like pretty great plants, and as soon as Cuckoo sees them, and Cuckoo immediately recognizes
Immediately
them
go
as
wash your hands.
Those of you who rolled over a 10, you find at least some little mushrooms and some more of the kind of things you found before. Maybe even, some nice roots. There we go. It's pretty tasty. With your 19, who are you hunting with today? Cuckoo?
Me, clearly.
Well, I did still hang out with Looks Up.
Oops brings back some plants that she's like pretty sure are like pretty great plants, and as soon as Cuckoo sees them, and Cuckoo immediately recognizes
Immediately
them
go
as
wash your hands. Go immediately wash your hands.
She takes the plants with her and washes her hands with
No,
the
I
plants.
retrieve them with the other leaves safely and put them aside.
You hear a raven's call, and then Raven Mum just like kind of like appears out of the bushes and sort of, I'll take those, thank you, and walks away and goes to make some poison. And
For traps.
so yeah, you're like finding these poisonous plants. Cuckoo's telling you that just not to eat those. And
You coming up while I'm with Cuckoo, just a handful of poison
Yeah.
plants while we're talking about how this is a dangerous place. He's like, look what I found.
Yep. Yeah.
And while you are like going back to the water hole to wash your hands, that is when you rolled the really good roll. You catch a glimpse of a deer. Between the two of you, you and Cuckoo, take it down. Oops gets back just in time to see you delivering the killing blow. Between that and the various little bits of veggies you bring back, it can feed the entire tribe. Who would be doing the leather working on this? You've got
Sure,
leather.
yes, exactly.
All right, so you get a pelt there that you can do something with, and
Yay.
the antlers as well.
Stan Straw has bony skills.
You bring it back, and yeah, Stan Straw, you're going to jump on taking those antlers off.
Oh, sure.
I'll take any non-poisonous herbs.
You find some good herbs, and you help Greetston restock her herb collection. She puts a fresh poultice on your face again.
Thank you.
Yeah, gives you another little tap. You're still kind of having to chew on one side. But yeah, there's a general festive. Everyone is like feeling pretty good. And even if not all of you individually have forgotten it, it feels that the tribe itself are ignoring any of the, or forgetting all of those little warnings, those little signs of potential problems. And everyone sets up. They've found a nice like hollow place, clearing in the trees where they can build a fire in the center, have everyone kind of sleeping around the edge, and you see Raven Mum, shares in the deer feast. She's pleased to have something other than bird that someone has brought back, and then she leaves the tribe and you don't see exactly where she goes. She said she would stay close. The rest of you settle in. Are you just going to go to sleep, or what are we doing? How are we doing this?
I would imagine there's like a watch of some kind that people do.
Build the fire up extra high.
Keep the fire
high.
throughout the night.
Because it's a brand new place.
So yeah, you settle in. Who's taking the first watch?
I'll take it.
I'll take second.
Your anxiety was taking over.
Greatston says.
You decided
I had to get the first
Plus,
one.
you wanted to see more of what the stars will say tonight.
Greetston, as she settles in, like sees that you're sitting out by the fire and looking like you're nowhere close to going to bed. Well, I guess I'll be greeting the dawn by myself tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Your watch passes. You hear a little bit of rustling in the bushes. It sounds small, squirrels, rabbits, something like that. It is too dark, probably, to try and hunt anything right now. You can take a torch, but it'd be difficult. And you're full for today. You go to sleep. Who takes the next watch?
I'll
So to
take
speak.
next watch.
Okay. So to speak, roll... I should have made you roll perception just in case there was something that was going to happen. But no, nothing was going to happen during that
I was
first
too
part of the night.
distracted anyway.
Went over
I
it as
take
well.
the first one. Things aren't going to be too bad yet.
Ooh, not very perceptive. 4.
You've got inspiration, which means if something rolls badly, you can re-roll it.
All right. 9 plus 5.
14?
So that's 14.
Okay, yeah, you also are hearing some little small sounds. What are you doing to keep yourself awake, by the way? Middle of the night, everyone else is sleeping.
I've got my bone flute. So
Ooh.
I'm practicing.
Hey, playing a little bit of soft music as people sleep.
So
Okay, right. Yeah, that'd be enough to keep you awake, sure. However, over the sound of your music, I think you miss something. But you hear the ravens crowing, and it's a different kind of caw this time. And you immediately, like the hairs on the back of your neck raise up.
okay. I play the shrill alarm sound that I've learned to play on the bone flute
Ooh, okay.
very loudly.
As people begin to kind of like, what's going on? And there is, even amongst the older people who are like, slightly infirm at this time, Waking Bear himself sits up and you can see like there's an alertness in his eyes. You can see him it shining in the light. He looks kind of more lucid, more with it in this moment. His mind is working fully in a way that you haven't seen in a few moons. And he stares into the darkness. And then his eyes go wide and he says, "Hyenas!" And that's it for this episode of Tales of Fire and Stone. Woo. We will be back to see what happens with these hyenas and whether Looks Up was right. That this is only a temporary reprieve from the death that is coming to this land. I guess we're about to find out, in the words of one of my favorite podcasts.
Tales of Fire and Stone, available on a podcast app near you. Find out more at crowspath.org/stonepod. This podcast was recorded at Media Factory in Burlington, Vermont, with the support of Born From Ice, Tabletop EDU, and Crow's Path, whose mission is to connect people of all ages to wildness. The music you heard was the dark Viking rhythms of Danheim and the primal Siberian band Otiken.
I've written on this tribe sheet the extra nickname for tree trunk of Shuts Up Over There.
Over there. I might make you roll some kind of charisma to see if you can get that nickname popularized amongst the tribe.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We've got a sad face next to Waking Bear and some Z's.
Have we invented sutures yet in skin?
Maybe just a bigger than you would like sewing needle Like, it's still one of the smallest ones we've got. Like, it's advanced in that it's a smaller cord and needle, but it's still way too big for what you'd really want to be using for surgery.
Well, we don't have needle holes yet. We don't have eye holes in our needles. We're just poking. So it'd be like poking an
poke a hole
awl
and
and
then you
then
put some string
forcing
through it.
some stuff
That's
through it,
so
which
much better.
probably would hurt your cheek a
Yeah.
lot to try and do
I
that.
think maybe they just stuff it.
Should move my mic further away when I do that. I'll probably replace that with actual recordings of ravens anyway.